Hello and welcome back to Transport's Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out, we created our secondary quarry line because the first quarry line, we were running into some issues simply for the reason that we cannot transport the stone from the quarry itself over to the railway station that is just outside it, the freight station, because we just do not have that capacity. The vehicles are too slow. It's just not possible for us to do that. So in order to mitigate that and still try to increase the number of stone items, or the production of stone and the transport of stone to the brickworks that you can just see in the distance. If you look closely, you can just see the chimneys of it and some of the building for the brickworks itself. In order to do that, what we did is we created a secondary quarry line. Now, in this video, there are a few things that are going to happen. One, we're going to add a little bit of detail on said quarry line. Two, we are going to do a ride along on said quarry line. And three, we're going to see if this quarry line is actually helping. And if not, we're going to try and do a little bit of working out to figure out what is going on. Off camera, I have done a little bit of building, as well as obviously create the train and everything like that. So it's all ready, it's all set up, ready to go. And some building for some more farms and some of the boundaries and borderlines that are south of Berwick-upon-Tweed, so the area around Downham Market. I've done some more work there, and around the forests I've started working my way down past Batsley, and soon I should be able to get to the point where I am near Sudbury, which is right at the bottom of the map. So that should theoretically work out for us. So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of this video. As I said, we're going to be doing some detailing work, some ride along on a train that is actually on its way. I can hear a few trains actually. I can hear a few trains. One sounds like a passenger train. In fact, look at this. We've got passenger trains, we've got the quarry train, we've got everything happening all at once. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll get started and see exactly what happens. I really think I need to take a screenshot of this as well, so I'm going to take a screenshot before the intro, or between the whilst the intro is going on, before we continue. Okay, going to be running this in pause mode for the start. So this is the train that we are going to be doing a ride along on soon. That's why I've got it in pause mode, one of the reasons. And first off, we need to consider fencing and how we want to do this, because I'm thinking I'm going to start placing some trees down here, because I think that's something we tend to do a lot of. So just thinking some oak trees. There we go. Like so, and I'm just going to line this with some oak trees right along the border of the farm here, and then perhaps some bushes closer by. So I'll just do some random oak tree placement. The only thing, I still do not like this ground texture that they keep putting. It's very, very annoying. It just does not work, and I hope the next update does manage to resolve that. I know that there is another update coming, and I think it's going to be quite a good update. I've seen that there seems to be a lot of things that people wanted that is now going to be available. There is a mod I saw about being able to place things without collisions. I think I'm going to have to install that mod for my detailing work. I think it will end up looking really nice if I do something like that. So there's a line of trees as we're approaching the station. That's pretty good. There we go. Can have a few trees jutting out just a little. I suppose I should do the same thing all the way along here. Just have trees now planted, which kind of makes sense. I'm going to do this all randomly myself, just in this area, and then what we're going to do is we're going to essentially end up neatening it up like so. So it looks like it's in a more reasonable and suitable manner. And working its way right the way up to this point here. There we go. And then again we'll mix in some other colours of trees. And like that. So just looking at this. Yep, I think that makes sense. You would plant trees. Obviously the trees, if this map or this line had been placed as quickly as it's had, it would take a few years for these trees to have grown. I am considering moving time forward to 1881, just to see what we get in 1881. Because I think it would be interesting to see. There we go. And then we shall use these. So I'm not making it a very dense. I'm not making it a dense forest or anything. A few trees, and then it's just more so a line of trees with the occasional little, spots where we end up with trees, a bit like so. Little gaps are also fine. I'm fine with having a few gaps. So as you're traveling along here, there's a couple of gaps there. That looks fine. In fact, I'm quite happy with the way the trees are there. Would the trees be closer to the line is the other question. We could say yes, but I'm going to try and replace them with some sort of bushes. Well, those bushes just do not work. Let me think. Paint tools. Grass. Dark green, gravel, cuts, no. Tall weeds, tall grass. Let's see what this one is. No. No. Of course we can always have buttercups. I like seeing buttercups in this area. We'll bring this strength down. You do tend to see wild buttercups in a lot of places, so nothing wrong with some buttercups in the area. There we go. Potentially see the occasional buttercup in this area too. Mixing in a little over here. There we go. Not looking too bad. There was that tall grass that we had that I do want to use. Not sure where it is. There we go. Buttercups growing along the side of the embankment. Makes sense. Perfect. All the way along there. What's this one? Not sure. Probably some road that I need to sort out at some point. And there's some buttercups along here. Now, from a distance, does that look right? It doesn't look quite right. It's more like it's following the farm rather than oh wait, I just want oak, don't I? Rather than the railway, so I'm going to just make some edits here. Maybe make 2 lines. So it just looks, in some places it just looks a little bit thicker and just a little bit more, I suppose a little bit more dense. Just to ensure that we're trying to get the idea of, look, it was planted for the railway, not for anything else. There we go. And there you can sort of see that it does have a very distinct pattern, like it was planted in rows. That might do. Do I want to put a few along here? No, I'm not going to put any along there. That should do the trick. Okay. This area I'm still not sure. What should I do here? Should I just place a bunch of trees in for now? Possibly. I think I'll do that. Let's just place a heap of trees in. There we go, and then we'll do some more. I'll clean up the outsides in a bit. Like that. Some of these. Some of these. Some of these. There we go. Right, and then all we do is we'll do a little bit of cleaning just along here. There we go. And like so. Like so. Along the edge, just along this edge here. Like so. And then these can all go because I don't like these anyway. And then just along here. Like so. Okay. So that just gives that a little bit more... Yeah, just gives it a little bit more depth. And opposite this, what should we have? Should we have another wheat field? Another poppy field? What should we paint here? Let's find out what this one is. Chamomile. Yeah, sure. Let's do a chamomile field. Field? Here we go. This person is responsible for supplying all the chamomile tea to this map. Or this field, should I say. Whoever owns this field. There we go. Yep, that looks fairly good to me. And a little bit of just a smidge of cleanup on the paint. Just to ensure that we're okay here. Proper cleanup, should I say. There we go. Perfect. Just to give it that neatness on this side. I need to find a mod to get rid of the animals. It's starting to be a smidge annoying. Just walking around on the railways. Like they have no care in the world. There we go. That is looking quite good there. What else? A fence. A fence. How is this fence going to go? So this fence ends. Maybe I should just make the fence connect up here. So if I do fence, and I just make the fence connect. This is going to be an interesting one. That way. Oh no, wait. Is that way right? Yep. So if we just maybe make the fence there, and then bring the fence down and have it curving perhaps, just up to here, and that can finish. That can finish right there. That looks pretty good. And then I'll do a similar sort of thing here, but oh no, not a finish. Curve. So it starts here. We just start working our way. Well, we'll start with a line, and then we'll curve our way through this. I think that's fairly reasonable. Again, I guess the fences should be lower down, but in this circumstance, because I have a fence up there, I'm going to keep the fence at the top. Just makes a bit of a difference from perhaps what the real world would be. But we are managing remarkably well. That's it. There we go. And then right up to this bridge, and we shall stop on said bridge. And I will work out what happens on this side afterwards, how this side's going to go. So all we need now is going to be one from here to here, finish. And then I need to remove, very carefully, I think I removed a post. Fence. Yeah, I removed one post that needs to sit right there. Okay, autosave. Let's wait for the autosave to go through. There we go. And that fence is looking a little strange, but it will do. I think that will do for the kind of detailing we can potentially give it. I think I've messed up this a little. Perhaps I should be. I'll need to look at what I do there to fix that. But the rest of it seems to be looking fairly okay. That sort of detailing is working. We have some. Okay, we've got something going on here. Let's go ahead and get a screenshot of this. Yeah, I think that might be a decent-ish screenshot. Just looking for something to use as the thumbnail, so as the train goes through, this might give us the screenshot that I'm after. There we go. That will do. And you can continue on your way. So we're going to do a ride along now, and we will go from here over to our brickworks, our freestyle industry, and let's see if there is any improvement whatsoever. Is there anything else I need to sort out here? I think we're okay. I do need to sort out this construction materials plant, but if things go wrong, I will need to. I'll need to adjust a few things anyway. So I don't want to delete it and build it again, only to have to adjust it again anyway. Again, this is going to look like something I can take. a screenshot for. There we go. And let's jump on board. Again, kind of annoying that we cannot get to the front of this. I'd very much like to be at the head of the train. So we're going to run it, I suppose, like so. But yes, if only I could get a camera at the front of said train, that would be really useful. If anybody knows why that's the problem, that's the case, I would be most appreciative if you'd let me know in the comments box. Hopefully everybody is having a great Tuesday. This should be coming out on Tuesday, although you might be watching it on a Wednesday. I do not know. This is quite empty, with only 36 of a possible 147. That's a little problematic, but it has only just started. Look at that. That looks nice. That really looks nice. Just having these areas is starting to really work, I think. I think the trees along this side do give it a nice little bit of detail. Obviously the farms, I think the farms are the biggest part of this map. They make the most, they give it the most character. Now obviously the farms, they're not done with the way that, oh, you need to put entrances and everything on all of them. Yes, I know, but that is going to take even longer, and with my already limited time frame to record things, I'd much rather try and spend it just trying to get the general gist of things in, and then building things up later on, if that is possible. And obviously the main thing here, the main part that we need to understand and get going, is going to be the cities, the shapes of the cities, the general shapes of the farms like this, and the railways. That is the key. So if I can get those done, I think that is going to be classed as successful. And the reason I am working on freight at this point in time is because we kind of need to do the freight in order to get the cities to grow. And if we cannot get growth in the cities, this is going to look terrible. Let's get rid of how do you get rid of those? You see, I remember it used to show up here, and you used to be able to select what you did and did not want, but where is that option gone now? Not there. Might be in here, right? There it is. That will do. We do not need to know those. What else do we not need to know? Industries? No, we need to know that. Towns we need to know. That's what we do. There we go. Perfect. I think this area is all really nice. I think just that little area where it goes up on the bridge, that might be something to work on. Just a little, and I am really hoping that the points here and the switches and junctions, they are converted to this new track, so I would really like to see that. A little bit juddery. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what is causing that. Is that my graphics card maxed out, or certainly cannot be my CPU maxed out, unless this is single threading. But I'm not entirely sure. There's another train coming in. This could be a problem, depending on where this one stops. Oh right, okay. This one's going all the way in. This is not going to be a problem because that train will stop over there. But that is going to lead to us being able to have a fairly nice... look at all that stone! What is going on here? Could I take a screenshot of this right at its buffers before it turns around? I could do this, and then that might be a potential screenshot, particularly with the other train behind it. But what I'm also going to have to do is, there we go, that is what I was waiting for. So if I do that, that should stop at the end, and then that should stop there. There we go. And I should be able to somehow, I'm looking for a potentially good screenshot here. This is going to be, I need a wider angle. This is 35mm. I could really do with something like a 20mm or something. But let's try and take that as a potential screenshot. Right. So this is going to be dropping off everything. And now we're just going to fast forward and try and figure out what's going on here, because clearly we have that. Now I'm not sure what's happening here, because that should be producing everything we need, and yet it is not. What is the problem now? We should be, we require 10 here, and it's just not producing it fast enough. It should be, we should have this maxed out, that all 10 are going to Berwick upon Tweed. But that isn't happening. And I am not sure why. The other thing we could do is we could turn this into a road now and try our best to get something going to Alford. If Alford could get, what does Alford need? 16. We could get some growth in Alford, though we do not have a railway line there yet. I wonder if I could get a railway line over there. That'd be interesting. Because we've got this. If we took a railway line and then peeled... No, wait. If I turned this into a road, this way, and then sent bricks back this way... But this can't carry bricks, can it? These hoppers... No, they should be able to carry... Come on. Click. Right, thank you. Can they... I'm just going to do a replace vehicle just to check. Cargo. It's one of these. Cannot carry bricks. What do you need to carry bricks? Oil wagons are here now. Flat cars. Right. So bolster wagons. Rubbish. So we'd have to create another train to be able to carry bricks back to go to Alford. Could we... Is there anything we can do to help this? Again, I'm just very confused about this. Why is it only 2 of 12? Look at the amount of supplies we have. You're carrying 2. You're carrying 1. You're carrying none. You're carrying 1. Okay. Let's try this. Manage line. Full load. What would happen if we did that? So everyone should queue up. And this should ensure that we have a full 5 on this. But what is this going to break? That is the big question. Look at that. Where is it going? Stored 433, but it isn't doing anything. Oh, is it moving here? Wait. No. Because that's 31. Is that our problem? Is the problem that this is actually not doing what it's supposed to do? And if that's the case, what would happen if I just destroyed this? It's a freestyle industry. I'll tell you what I will do. Let me save the game first. Yes, I have all these saves. Let me save the game first, and then I'm going to destroy that. And then, after I've done that, I wonder if it's going to improve it. And if it does, we leave it as it is. And if it doesn't, I'm going to restore back after this video. Because I cannot understand how we are losing things and it isn't going anywhere. It's as if it's disappearing somewhere else. Just not where it should be. So let's destroy that. Right. What happens now? What happens now? So you have 1. What are you getting? You've got 1 of 12. Is there anything coming in that's loaded? Yes, we have a 5 loaded here. Let's pin that. There we go. Okay, here comes a train with something. You are out. Fine. You've just left with just 2. Yes, I know about that. But now you have 29, 28, 27, 26. Where is it going? I am really confused as to where... There's nothing here that can eat it. No. There's absolutely nothing here that can eat that. Stored 55. Have you just suddenly dropped production? Interesting. For some reason, that dropped production massively. I am very confused with all of this. You're only carrying 1. Why are you carrying so little when this thing requires it? Right, if anybody knows the answer to this, I would very much appreciate that answer. Because I genuinely do not know what's going on here. What I think it's supposed to do, it clearly is not doing. So... You know, in that case, could we... I don't want to... I really do not want to be supplying other towns right now. What if I did a run to Alfred? That's a long way to Alfred. Because of... I mean, we could just do that. Could make that road to do the cut. I'm just very confused. Shipment 6. Supply 0 of 6. It's just gotten worse. You've got 3. Okay, wait a minute. What configure? Inputs off. I'm going to try something. Input off. Maximum level production. What do we have? Interesting. Look at that. Inputs off, maximum level of production, and it fills things up. Or nearly fills things up. Why? Why is that the case? Let's bring this down a little. Is that going to drop anything off anyway? Let's bring this down to level 3. See what that does. And let's put inputs on again. And that's come down to level 3. And see, has that made any... Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that. 004. I know I probably should be looking at something like food from the farms or the machines, but I'm just curious about this. In the meantime, how is the food situation over here? 004. The farm is right here. Once again, we've got this weird mess. 1 of 52, 04. It's like the entire freight system is just messed up. And I'm not sure why. I mean, we have farms here. We have production. But nothing wants to go where it's supposed to go. And I am very, very confused about this. If anybody understands what's going on here with the freight, then please do let me know. In the meantime, I think I am going to end up reverting back here, because this isn't helping. So I'm going to end this video here. I think that's everything. Let me quickly show you the bit of work that I've managed to do. So this area I've managed to build in, putting the farms here, started putting in farms down here, across here. Where else did I put farms in? Just started the connections here, and as you can see, I've started putting all the borders in for the forests. So all of this is done. So I could realistically just fill this area up now. Once I have the roads in, this whole area can be filled up. So all of this, all the way down to this area, can be filled up. I haven't got to this yet, and then on this side, I've managed to make it around to here. So then we can get it, as I said, down to Batsy, and I've started putting some of the borders for the roads in. It is still quite a lot of work. There is a lot of work to go, but what I'm trying to do is, if I can get all the borders for the forests in, and then the roads, then filling in the middle is not that difficult. The middle part is actually the easy part. Though that is what gives it the detail, that is the easy part. Following the roads is the difficult part. So that is what I'm going to have to do. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series, complete with all the confusion in the world. Leave a comment in the comments box below with your thoughts, suggestions, ideas, and if you know why this is happening, please do inform me. What is going on with the freight on my map? If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadgetLP for both Twitter and Instagram. I actually think I'm not going to be using these fences just because from a distance you just cannot see them, and I really would like to see the farms as well. That is, I think you would agree, a lot of work has gone into getting that exactly as I want it. So that is where I'm going to end it. That's all from me, and I will see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series.